Hello, hope you're having a lovely day. I am having a lovely day. I've come to a really nice woodland, and behind me there's an oak tree, and over there there's a field, and there's some birds singing, and some crows. It's very gentle, and I saw a magpie fly up there. And I was thinking about how the environment really does affect our well-being, and for those of you who've watched my videos, I've talked about this before, and it's what I teach people, and I don't think you can say it enough really, especially in an age where we are very driven towards materialistic elements and consumerism and technology, and a world where you look at a screen very much rather than engage directly with your environment. And I have, since I was very young, recognised that nature had an effect on me as a person. And there's much we can say about this really, but I am in the process of looking to make quite a life change, and recognising that whereas I before could manage and deal with a more fast-paced environment, a city, a town, lots of traffic, lots of people, I spent a lot of time in my youth going out going out and very much, being around lots of people and high energy of people, and I loved it, and I still love being around people, but I've always loved the peace and the quiet of the natural world, and I've always been very observant of how things are changing. So our environment does have effect on our well-being, and I'm sure many of us might have worked in front of a screen, or work in front of a screen, or work in an office, or have worked in an office, or worked around a very busy, loud environment. This can have quite an effect on how we feel and our stress levels. Being in a natural environment, you automatically, without having to do anything, synchronize your energy. And I was just looking into the field next to me, which is a nice field to walk across. It's full of lovely plants growing, and I thought about our own field of energy, because everything that's living has its own energy field, and your energy field extends by meters out around you, and you have your own it's like a biosphere, and you can't necessarily see it, touch it, but it's there, like the air. It's why when you walk into a room and you see people, you automatically know the people that you just feel drawn towards. When you walk into a room whether you want to be there or not. And if you walk down a path and you feel a negative feeling, always trust that feeling. Walk the other way. It's your natural instinct which is attuned into the bigger consciousness that is telling you what is right and wrong for you. We spend a lot of time thinking and rationalizing things out, and often the answer was there with us all along at the start. So pay mind to how you feel and your energy. When you come into an environment like this, you naturally do slow down, and you come out of the thinking mind and you come more into an instinctive, intuitive way of being. You listen to your heart more, and you go more into a state of heart communication. I've spent years meditating and working with the trees and plants in a spiritual way, in a spirit intelligence, and they have a very strong intelligence. They're very aware and very in tune with the other life around them. When you come into any kind of environment, what happens is that the cells in your body start synchronizing with the cells in the life around you. And it's proven, if you need proof, that cells actually will change by what's directed upon them. Thoughts can change the physicality and the health of our body. You can direct energy towards a part of you that you need to change, or you would like to become well, and you can actually send energy to that point and feel a shift. This has been done for thousands and thousands of years by very, very wise people who understood the energy flow in our body and how the cells were impacted by energy. If you take a glass of water, we would talk about blessing water and blessing food. Well, it's proven that if you talk nicely to a glass of water, the cell structure actually shifts to looking very beautiful. Whereas if you talk nastily to it, it becomes more ugly, distorted shapes, a cell structure. Same with a plant. A plant thrives when you tell it's beautiful and you talk to it. I don't think that's just because of the carbon dioxide that we're giving out and that it breathes in. It responds to love. We all respond to love. You talk to a child nicely, you tell them they're beautiful, they're doing really well, you give constructive criticism. That child will thrive. And if you put a child down and you bully a child, that child will feel it and it will be infused into their being. So when you come into this natural environment, you naturally are infused with what's around you. If you spend a lot of time in a stressful, high, busy environment of an office, which I have done, which did affect me in ways that I cannot now reverse in some ways. They are part of me. But now I've understood since a very young age the impact of the natural environment and the trees. I spend a lot of time out here, and that's why I teach the information. We are at a point where we have come so far away from naturally being synchronized with the environment, where we are very consumer driven and economy driven and finance driven, you know. And this seems to be for a lot of people what is the important part of life. Life is a learning journey. Life is a compassionate journey of seeing how you can give out to the world. It's a spiritual journey. It's one part of your journey. And the journey goes on. So how your cells, how your energy will change by what you choose to have around you. And the more you shift, if you feel you need a shift, come out here, because the shift will happen. And the shift does need to happen. The shift needs to happen worldwide to bring us more back into an earth spiritual way of being. And it is as simple as just making those small changes. You know, if you want to change that job or that environment or that relationship, you have the ability to change it. And you will be protected and guided at every point. Just sit and listen to the birds, you know. They seem to know, you know, they seem to know what's going on. And the more we stop thinking, I think the more that we do know what is right. So thank you for watching my videos, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to join me in the woods here, because it's amazing. And I look forward to any comments you would like to maybe provide or give me thoughts of, you know, what I've talked about today. Many blessings, and thank you.